Hey everybody, how are you? Welcome to week 2 of our April coach training. I want to talk to you today about social media and the importance of variety, the importance of clarity, um, consistency, making sure you're showing up on social media in all aspects. So, the idea for people to get to know, like, and trust you is so that they do that on social media, right? We don't always get to see people in real life. So you want people to know who you are, what you stand for. You know, do you have kids? Are you married? Do you have pets? What are your hobbies? What do your kids do? What are your pets' ages? And, what do you like to do for fun? Where do you like to vacation? Kind of all of the things that people kind of want to know about you or that you want to know about other people. So when you meet somebody new and they're a friend, like what do you want to know about them? And make sure you're sharing stuff like that on social media. Facebook and Instagram are quite different. Facebook is a relationship building app. You can easily get to know people, talk to them on their timeline, send them direct messages, comment on their newsfeed posts. It's more of an intimate get to know people. So that's where I spend a lot of my time because I find that that's where I can connect with people. Instagram is more of a place where you can be a little bit more salesy. And it's also the same thing. You want to get people to know, like, and trust you, but there are differences. So I kind of want to go over that. So for 12 years, I've been building my business on Facebook. I started off with 250 friends. I now have over 4,000. I friend request 2 new people a day as long as we have mutual friends in common. Just so that there are new people always kind of coming up on my feed. I write down my entire Facebook friends list and I take 10 people a day and I figure out who they are in my life. Like, is this someone I have no idea who they are? That I'm going to take some time and comment, like, watch their stories and comment and like, and get to know them. My feed every day has at least 3 posts consistently, and they're about my workout, about my journey, about gut protocol, something that's going on. And then the rest of my posts are about my family, about life, about what's going on, about my kids, about my pets, about, everybody knows that Ollie is a pain in the ass right now. My lab Dachshund mix, and Gwen is the sweetest little dog, right? We just opened our pool and I posted about that. People know that I have 2 girls and they're in dance, they have anxiety. Like, there's a lot that I post about. You don't have to get super personal like I do, but you want people to get to know, like, and trust you, because then when you do post about your workouts, your nutrition, your recipes, they're going to be like, what are you doing? Or if you send them a message, you can say something like, hey, I'm not sure if you've been paying attention to my posts or my stories, but I started this new health and fitness I started this new gut health program. Is that something you want to hear more about? And it's not awkward for you to do that because you've been posting about it, right? But do not post like call to action invites every single day, right? Just post about your journey and let it go. So, a good rule of thumb, a book by Gary Vaynerchuk is called Jab, 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 Right Hook. So, think of that like you want to jab, 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 hook, right? And hook is, hey, you want to join me, right? So, you're jab, jab, jabbing, meaning you're planting a seed, you're sharing, you're telling people a little bit of what you're doing. And then the fourth post is, hey, I have a new group starting on April 18th. Want to hear more? Let me know. Or you send them a message like that. You may say, how are you? What are things up to? Right. How are things going? And you might send jab, jab, jab. And then the fourth message, you may say, hey, I'm not sure if you've seen my post about what I'm doing, but I'm starting a new group on April 25th. I would love for you to join me if this is something you're interested in. Can I tell you more? Right. You want to be posting in your stories. Your stories you can post a ton about. You can show your meals. You can show just everyday life. Your stories is everyday life, whether it's Instagram or Facebook. You can post pictures of your food, what's going on, in your day to day, just things outside, things out your work window, things when you're driving. No, take pictures while you're driving, but you know what I mean? What's going on, and you're just sharing that. Now, on Instagram, you just want your Instagram feed to be about what you're doing, your niche. You want to reach your audience. I want to reach moms who are over 40, who are overwhelmed, busy, and are looking for simplicity in their workouts, simplicity in their nutrition. So I am only sharing about nutrition, recipes, and my workouts in my Instagram feed. Nobody in my Instagram feed knows about my kids, knows that they dance, knows about my pool, knows about, right? That's all stuff I share on my stories so that people can get to know, like, and trust me. Reels are huge on Instagram right now. I posted a training that Erin Marr did for us in our team coaches page on Facebook. So make sure you go and search that and you can learn how to make reels. There are tons of trainings. You can YouTube it, Google it, figure that out. Make sure at least twice a week you're going deep into your story. I started my health and fitness journey 12 years ago because my mom had a heart attack at age 50 and my grandmother had a heart attack at age 70. And I wanted to make sure that I didn't head down that path, right? So it was a very deep why. It wasn't like I just wanted to lose weight. I talk about that scary phone call that I received twice in my life. And I don't ever want my girls to receive that phone call. If there's heart disease running in the women in my family, it's due to their bad habits. So I'm going to make sure I don't have those same habits, right? When I talk about my coaching journey, I talk about just putting groceries back because I couldn't afford it. I talk about not being able to go anywhere because I couldn't afford to put gas in the car. I get very emotional. You want people to tap into that emotional side. You want them to read your post and go, oh my gosh, that's me too. I'm busy. I don't know how to cook. I don't know how to properly do my nutrition. I'm always bloated. I'm right. You want to be sharing things that they can go, oh my gosh, same. And then they're going to be more apt to send you a message or start commenting on your stuff. Another way I really like to get my feed up and going is I'll ask at least 3 times a week. I'll ask a question about them, like, what's your favorite movie genre? What's your favorite 80s movie? Does anyone have any healthy gluten-free recipes? Like that last week I was like, I'm looking to try some new vegetables. What is your favorite vegetable and how do you cook it? Right? All of the, so then people will get to start posting on your stuff and then they're going to scroll your feed and you want your feed to be full of life, happiness, like exciting things, or just everyday things that are going on. And then maybe your fitness or maybe your story so that they can get to know you. Because if they find a post of yours and then they start to go, oh my gosh, me too, they're going to go and scroll your last 5 posts. So make sure they're good. Make sure your pictures are colorful and bright. Just put them near a window to just brighten it up. You don't have to use filters and do editing or anything like that, but make sure that it's eye-catching, right? When you're asking one of those random questions, use the background color that Facebook gives you so that it gives a pop. And because you're using background color on Facebook, it's going to show up on more people's news feeds because you're using their tools. So make sure that is happening as well. So that's my tips for this week, all on social media. There's so much more. There are books on social media. There are people you can follow. Don't wait for me to train you on how to get your social media better. Make sure you're, Googling things, YouTubing things, figuring things out, because this is your business. Don't wait for other people to tell you what to do. Start getting creative. Start thinking, if I saw this on my newsfeed, would I ask them? Would I ask them this question? And make sure, it's appealing. You're jumping out at them. You're having fun. I always think of my posts. Am I educating someone? Am I entertaining someone? What is my purpose of this post? So don't just put stuff up to put stuff up. Be thoughtful in your social media. All right, let's have a great week. We're going to focus a lot on that this week ahead. And we focused last week on invites and sharing and how to just get your next group up and running. And now this week, we're going to talk about doing that a little bit through social media so that people can get to know, like, and trust you. Have a good week.